Hi, eighth graders. Did you miss the Zoom orchestra class yesterday on Wednesday? If you did, I'm going to go through quickly and I'm going to try to explain the lesson. Now, I'm going to go over it briefly next Wednesday because we have class again, but I don't want to take up all of that time. So I really need for you to go in here and experiment and try and figure this out for yourself. Okay, the assignment is due next Friday, so not tomorrow. So October 2nd, and it is located in Schoology in the yellow recording project folder, which you can see up at the top. I already have it opened here. Okay, now when you look at it, it says recording project directions. And I told the kids who came to class, I said, I just like 2 minutes ago figured out a new way to do this, and it's a lot easier. So some of the help references and some of the videos that are in there that explain what you need to do, they are actually showing you a harder way. So I'm going to go through the easy way and we're going to see if it works. Okay. The first thing you need to do is open Audacity. Audacity is a program that's already installed on your tablets. You need to double check that it's on there. If it's missing, then we need to put in a text slip and get that taken care of right away because you won't be able to do this recording project. Okay. Now, the second thing is import the MP3 D major scale from this folder. All right. It's in here. I'm going to go away for a second and I'm going to show you. Here's my D scale with directions in ClickTrack MP3. Okay. This is where it is right now. Okay, you can open that, you can put that on your desktop, it'll make it a little bit easier. All right, I'm going to go back into my recording project directions. Record your new track while wearing headphones. Now, if you are not sure what your new track is the D scale. The only thing different from the way we play it in orchestra normally is we're going to repeat the top note and we're going to play it twice. So it'll be bum, 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 bum. Repeat that note, bum, 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 and then repeat the whole thing up and down a second time, okay? Now, the biggest thing about it is you're going to need to wait for 8 clicks. You're going to hear those clicks on the MP3, all right? Now, I actually kind of made a mistake and I honked in with the bass about halfway because I only waited for 4 clicks, but then I stopped and I waited for the rest of them and then I started playing. Okay, then it says export your track and submit on Schoology. So I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to show you how that's going to work. The first thing I'm going to do is open Audacity, and in a minute I'm going to be there. Okay, I'm back and I've got Audacity opened. Now on my Mac I can look up here in the window and I can look for programs wherever you look in your Finder. That would be where your app would be. Okay, so the app is called Audacity, and it's a video, or it's an audio recording app. Okay, if you look up in the top left-hand corner, there are buttons. This one is a pause. Hopefully you know that you've seen that one. This is a play. This is a stop. All right. This means to rewind, to go back to the start. This one means to go to the end. So you're rewinding the other way. And this is a record button. Okay, so this round red circle is a record button. All right, so the next thing, you can look back and forth at your directions, but the next thing was to import that D scale MP3 into this. And you might be like, well, how do I do that? If you go up to the top toolbar and you go to File, so it says Audacity and then it says File, and you come down, it says Import, and we want to import some audio. So some sounds we want to import. So I'm going to do this. All right, and then I look on my desktop because that's where I left it. If you put it someplace else, you can find it there. All right, and it is the D scale with ClickTrack MP3 with directions in ClickTrack. I'm going to open it up and you're going to see what's going to happen. Now, if I look in here, in my Audacity program, I see these blue bumps or whatever they are. These are waves. These are sound waves. So whenever you see this, it's me playing a note, and this is our D scale. And if you look over here, this is the mistake because I see all kind of quiet stuff and then boom, I played one there. This is where you should start. Okay, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to play it just so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay. So there's my mistake, but you can hear the clicks. Then I'm playing the D scale. All right, and you've heard that before, so you don't need to actually hear that. Okay, so what I need to do is now I need to play my own D scale. Okay, now the only problem here is I can't do it quite perfectly because you have to wear headphones. The reason you wear headphones is you're going to play this so you know how fast to play. And please, please, please don't say, I keep a good pulse or I can listen to a metronome or something. I want you to listen to this one so that everybody plays the same. Sometimes I have really good players who think that they can keep a super steady beat, but not when you're doing a recording like this. All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to skip back to the beginning. We're going to wear headphones, but I'm not right now. And I'm going to have another track. So the another track means this is where I'm going to play. So I'm going to add new. Now I have a Mac and mine has different labels. If you have a choice of mono, I want you to pick mono. Mine just says audio track. You can notice there's no mono on here. So I'm going to press audio track and look, now I have an empty track. There's no recording on there. So I still have my directions, my D scale, and there's nothing there. Okay. So what do I want to do? If I were wearing the headphones, no one else would hear this, or at least the computer wouldn't pick it up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it and I'm going to record at the same time. Okay? So you're going to hear how it goes. All right. And remember, the red button is record. So I'm going to press that. 2, 3, 4. Don't talk. I'm just doing this to let you know. Here we go. Here's my D scale. And the second time. And then you see this line goes straight like this. That means we're not recording. Well, I'm talking, so I'm going to stop it. Okay? All right. Now you can listen to it and make sure it sounds good. I do not want to be able to hear the clicking, so it would be worth it for you to scroll back to the beginning and play just your part. Okay? In order to play just your part, we have to mute the original D scale direction. So I'm going to mute it. When it goes gray like that, we're not going to hear it. So unfortunately, because I was not wearing my headphones, you will still hear that click, but this is only you're going to hear my brand new recording and you'll hear the talking over the top of it. So here we go. We're going to listen to it. 2, 3. There's my talking, 4. My directions. I'm just doing this to let you know. Here we go. Here's my D scale. All right, so the first one, this direction one, had 4 people playing on it. It was me every time, but it was 4 different instruments. When I did this one, I added a new instrument. Okay, that was me. So the last thing that you need to do is to save your part, your recording, and submit that. All right, now what people would normally do is go up to File, and press Save Project or Save Project As. I don't want you to do that because I can't open it and read it when you drop it into Schoology. Okay, instead I want you to go to the same file and I want you to export. So it seems weird, counterintuitive, but you're not going to Save Project or Save Project As, you're going to export. Excuse me. So I press Export and I want it to go to my desktop, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to export as an MP3 file. If you look down here, you have options, all of these different programs. Okay, but the only one I can read is MP3. And instead of calling it what it was originally called, I'm going to name it my last name, my first initial, and my instrument. And I played viola this time. Okay, so I'm going to save it and hopefully it'll show up on my desktop. This, we don't need to worry about that screen. It says your tracks will be mixed down. Exporting my file. And I think we're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to look for it. There it is. There's my MP3. This is what you want to submit. If you save the project as an AUP, which is an Audacity file, and you submit the AUP, I will say you need to go back and do this again because this is what I need. So it should be my recording. There's my clicks, there's my talking, and that's it.
I'm just doing this to let.
All right. So I've given you this early. I will give you directions again in week 3, but it is due on Friday. So the very first recording that we're going to do is a D scale. So hopefully people are not stressing out about the actual piece of music that we have to play. And at the same time, you are still practicing Allegretto and you are still practicing Arioso. Because you need to be able to play something perfect and you need to keep it as steady as possible. So your pulse will always go with the click track. And don't forget, make sure to record with headphones. I will review this briefly on Wednesday, but it's your responsibility to go through and look at all of the resources that you have here and mess around with it on your tablet and see if you can do it. All right, I think that's long enough and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.